What would it be like to live in a place where the mountains seem to touch the heavens, where women navigate complex marriages, and where people greet each other by sticking out their tongues? Tibet is a land of breathtaking landscapes and baffling traditions, a region so remote and mysterious that it was once called the Forbidden Kingdom. But beyond its serene lakes and towering peaks lies a culture balancing between ancient beliefs and modern pressures. How do these traditions endure, and what secrets does this high-altitude paradise hold? Let's explore the wonders and challenges of life in Tibet. Bordered by India, Nepal, Burma, and Bhutan, Tibet holds a unique geographical position. It also shares a frontier with the Indian state of Sikkim, creating a fascinating mix of influences from neighboring nations. Tibet is more than just a location on the map, it's a place that sparks questions about how its traditions endure in a rapidly changing world. The Tibetan Plateau, an autonomous region of China, lies in the northeastern expanse of the majestic Himalayas. These mountains, the tallest on Earth, act as a natural barrier separating the Indian subcontinent from the Tibetan Plateau. Did you know that Mount Everest, known as the roof of the world, is part of this colossal mountain range? The Himalayas stretch across 7 nations: Bhutan, China, India, Nepal, Pakistan, Myanmar, and Afghanistan, each offering a piece of this awe-inspiring geological marvel. The story of the Himalayas began over 300 million years ago, during a time when the ancient supercontinent Gondwana dominated the planet. Approximately 100 million years ago, the Indian landmass broke away from Gondwana and collided with the Eurasian plate, creating the Qinghai Tibet Plateau and the Himalayas. Geologically speaking, the Himalayas are still evolving, rising at a rate of about 1 centimeter per year. Spanning over 1,200,000 square kilometers, Tibet occupies a substantial portion of China's territory. Its capital, Lhasa, is often called the City of Sunshine due to its astounding 3,000 hours of sunshine each year. But Lhasa is more than just a sunny destination. It is a spiritual beacon for Buddhists around the globe. Tibet is a land of fascinating traditions and unique cultural practices that have captivated anthropologists and travelers for generations. Among its many customs, one that stands out is customs that a marital arrangement where a woman has multiple husbands. This custom often involves brothers living with a single wife. This practice is not merely a cultural curiosity but a solution to economic and social challenges faced by many families. With a significant portion of the population living below the poverty line, pooling resources through shared marriage ensures financial stability. Instead of each man facing limited resources for a large amount of money for a dowry, brothers unite to support each other to become a family. The eldest brother traditionally holds the highest authority in the family. He takes on the responsibility of maintaining order and ensuring the family's prosperity. If he is unable to father children due to illness or other reasons, this duty may pass to the younger brothers. Interestingly, the dynamics within these marriages are shaped by effort and contribution. Tibetan women often prioritize their affection based on a husband's dedication and hard work. While all brothers are technically equals, a wife may favor the one who proves to be the most reliable provider. This creates an unspoken competition where each husband strives to gain her favor by contributing more to the household. But what happens when one husband falls short? Rejection by the wife can lead to expulsion from the family, leaving the man with limited options, such as joining a monastery. Another intriguing aspect of Tibetan marriage traditions involves the role of jewelry. Necklaces, beads, and coins gifted by admirers are not mere decorations but symbols of a woman's value and social status. A coral gem necklace, for instance, is particularly prized, often drawing the attention of multiple suitors. Could these adornments be seen as markers of love or as indicators of economic and social success? Despite the deeply rooted nature of these traditions, modern influences and legal frameworks have introduced challenges. Extramarital relationships, though frowned upon, occasionally occur. If a man fathers a child outside his marriage, he forfeits his inheritance rights, reflecting the societal emphasis on family loyalty and integrity. But how does a culture that embraces such unconventional marital arrangements reconcile with the strict expectation that women must accept any marriage proposal, regardless of their personal desires? Before we continue, I have a special 10-second request for all of you listening. If you can help me in any way, just press the notification bell and hit that subscribe button. It means the world. It really supports this channel. And if you do that for me, I promise my team and I will do everything we can to make this show even better for you. Deal? Surprisingly, a bride's chastity on her wedding day isn't a big deal for Tibetans. However, women often face tough choices. They must accept any marriage proposal they receive, regardless of their feelings. Saying no to a first proposal is seen as shameful and is frowned upon by the community. Because of this, many Tibetan women are forced into marriages they don't want. Yet, the spirit of Tibetan women remains strong. They often support each other and come up with daring plans to escape unwanted marriages. These brave actions and clever strategies help them find their own paths to freedom and happiness. The women of Tibet are courageous fighters for their rights and equality. They are symbols of strength and hope, inspiring anyone living under control and oppression. Their stories of resilience and bravery continue to captivate, whether in ancient times or today. What do you think about the expectation for Tibetan women to accept any marriage proposal they receive? Should cultural traditions take precedence over personal freedom, or is it time for change? Let us know in the comments below. In Tibet, the tradition of greeting someone by sticking out your tongue is one of the most intriguing and unique customs that has captivated people worldwide. This unusual gesture traces its roots back over 1,000 years to the 9th century, when Tibetans believed that King Langdharma, a tyrant with a black tongue, symbolized evil. After his death, the people of Tibet began showing their tongues to each other as a way to prove they were not his reincarnation. This custom, originally a way to demonstrate respect and trust, has become a symbol of Tibet's deep cultural heritage. Today, while it is mainly practiced by older generations, the tradition continues to amaze those unfamiliar with it, serving as a powerful reminder of how historical events can shape and sustain cultural practices over centuries. The practice has been documented by Tibetan scholars, anthropologists, and travelers, helping to bring this surprising and fascinating custom to the attention of the world. Tibet, often called the Water Tower of Asia, plays a crucial role in sustaining life across the continent. Together with Qinghai Province, this region forms a massive water reserve, with glaciers feeding some of Asia's most significant rivers, such as the Yangtze, Mekong, and Brahmaputra. Tibet's rich natural resources extend beyond water. The region is home to vast mineral deposits including iron, lead, zinc, cadmium, and copper, hosting China's largest mining operations. It also contains substantial oil and natural gas reserves. In the heart of Lhasa, the iconic Potala Palace stands as a symbol of Tibetan Buddhism and architectural brilliance. Once the winter residence of the Dalai Lama, this majestic structure offers sweeping views of the city below and serves as a profound reminder of Tibet's belief in historical heritage. For adventurers, Tibet offers unparalleled experiences. The northern face of Mount Everest, accessible from Tibet, provides breathtaking views of the world's highest peak. On the way to Everest Base Camp, travelers encounter the Rongbuk Monastery, recognized as the highest monastery on Earth. Tibet's natural beauty extends to its sacred lakes. Yamdrok Lake, known for its striking turquoise waters, is surrounded by snow-capped mountains and fertile pastures, offering a serene contrast to the rugged terrain. Another marvel is Namtso, the heavenly lake, one of the highest saltwater lakes in the world, where the crystal-clear waters reflect the vast sky above. The Giant's Kumbum, a stunning stupa located within the Pelkor Chode Monastery, showcases Tibetan artistic and belief traditions with its chapels, murals, and sculptures. Meanwhile, Mount Kailash, considered sacred by multiple religions, draws pilgrims from across the globe. Completing the challenging Kora, or circumambulation, around this revered mountain is believed to bring belief purification and merit. Nature enthusiasts will find the Yarlung Sangpo Grand Canyon an awe-inspiring destination. Recognized as the deepest canyon in the world, it boasts an incredible range of ecosystems and dramatic landscapes. Tibet's breathtaking landscapes and rich cultural heritage often take center stage, but the region also holds mysteries that spark curiosity and wonder. One such enigma lies beneath the tranquil surface of Namtso Lake, where local legends tell of a creature known as the monster of Lake Namtso. Could this tale be more than just folklore? For centuries, stories about this mysterious being have been passed down through generations. One of the most captivating accounts comes from decades ago when a lone fisherman ventured onto the lake at dusk. As the story goes, he was casting his net when a sudden, powerful force began pulling his boat toward the depths. In the dim twilight, the fisherman reportedly witnessed a colossal creature emerge from the water, its shimmering scales reflecting the fading light, and its glowing eyes fixed on him. Terrified but determined, the fisherman rowed frantically back to shore. When he shared his experience with the villagers, his tale ignited intrigue and gave rise to the enduring legend of the Namtso Lake monster. Since then, others have claimed to have seen the creature, though, much like Scotland's Loch Ness monster, no definitive evidence has ever been found. What makes this legend so compelling? Some believe this creature is a guardian of the lake, protecting its sacred waters. Others suggest it is a manifestation of water spirits deeply rooted in Tibetan beliefs. Could these tales serve a symbolic purpose, or is there more to the story hidden beneath the lake's surface? Even today, the legend of the Namtso Lake creature continues to capture the imagination of locals and visitors alike. What do you think? Could there be an unknown creature inhabiting this sacred lake, or is it simply a tale meant to preserve the lake's mystique? Another unique event not to be missed is celestial burial. Instead of traditional graves or cremation, families take their loved ones to serene mountain peaks, where the remains are offered to nature through birds like vultures. There are two forms, basic and ceremonial. The basic form, more common among nomadic communities and remote villagers, involves naturally allowing the birds to complete the process. Ceremonial form, by contrast, includes elaborate rituals such as prayers led by lamas, cleansing and wrapping white cloth, and preparing offerings. Family members and friends accompany this solemn journey to the mountaintop, where juniper incense is burned to draw the birds. The entire process is considered a purification of the soul, symbolizing release into eternity. In some cases, the remaining elements of the body are respectfully processed, mixed with barley flour, and returned to the birds as an expression of gratitude. While modernization and urbanization have made this custom less common, the practice persists in certain areas, particularly in remote regions that hold tightly to their traditions. Preserving this ceremony is vital for maintaining Tibet's cultural identity. The Tibetan Plateau is not only known for its breathtaking landscapes, but also for its rare flora and fauna that are deeply intertwined with the lives of its people. One of the most sought-after treasures of the plateau is cordyceps, a medicinal fungus renowned for its use in treating asthma and other ailments. This prized fungus is foraged by nomadic herders during a short harvesting season, providing a vital source of income. By 2024, top-quality cordyceps can sell for as much as $125 per piece, or over $112,000 per kilogram, making it one of the most valuable natural products in the region. Another rare find is the snow lotus, a plant that grows in the icy heights of the Tibetan mountains. Its resemblance to cauliflower with dark green leaves and pale inner layers belies its extraordinary medicinal properties, which are said to surpass those of ginseng and lingji mushrooms. These plants, along with other herbs from the plateau, have been used for centuries in traditional Tibetan medicine. Tibet's rich biodiversity also includes fascinating animals. The yak, often referred to as the lifeline of Tibet, plays a central role in the daily lives of the Tibetan people. With lungs that can hold 3 times more oxygen than a regular cow, yaks are perfectly adapted to the thin air of the high-altitude plateau. They are indispensable, providing milk for buttermilk and yogurt, aiding in farming and serving as reliable porters for travelers exploring the rugged terrain. Equally iconic is the Tibetan Mastiff, known as the Divine Dog. This majestic and powerful breed, with its ancient lineage largely untouched by crossbreeding, is regarded as the most expensive dog in the world. By 2024, owning a Tibetan Mastiff can cost tens of thousands of dollars. These loyal guardians are more than just pets. They protect livestock, defend against predators like wolves and snow leopards, and even safeguard monasteries. But how does a land known for its rare plants and majestic animals also hold the secret to one of nature's most mysterious phenomena, snow that turns bright red? In the beautiful mountains of Tibet, there's something special you won't see anywhere else: red snow. Instead of the usual white, the snow here turns bright red, creating a magical and mysterious sight. This red snow happens because of algae and bacteria growing in the snow and ice, giving it a striking red color. The main algae responsible is Chlamydomonas nivalis. These tiny plants can survive in the very cold conditions of the Tibetan Plateau, where temperatures can drop as low as -36 degrees Celsius, which is the same as -33 degrees Fahrenheit. The red color comes from a pigment called sanguine in their cells. In Tibetan culture, red snow is seen as a sign of good luck, divine protection, and a promise of a good harvest. It brings hope and belief in a bright future for the local people. Tibetan red snow is one of the world's unique natural wonders, catching the attention of tourists and scientists alike. It's not just beautiful to look at, it also helps the environment by regulating the climate and providing food for animals. Yet behind the awe-inspiring facts, the country also faces some of the most pressing environmental challenges on the planet. Tibet, often called the Third Pole due to its immense ice reserves, is a region at the forefront of environmental challenges with consequences that ripple across Asia and the globe. Over the past 6 decades, the Tibetan Plateau has experienced warming at a rate of approximately 0.32 degrees Celsius per decade, twice the global average. This accelerated rise in temperatures has led to significant glacier retreat. Hydropower and water management projects in Tibet further complicate this issue. Extensive dam construction and water diversion initiatives in these river systems, particularly in China, have raised serious concerns about water availability for downstream nations. The Tibetan Plateau is also rich in mineral resources, but the extraction of these materials often comes at a cost. Mining operations, frequently conducted without adequate environmental oversight, have resulted in deforestation, soil erosion, and water contamination. These practices not only harm local ecosystems but also pose health risks to indigenous communities. Adding to the complexity, policies promoting urbanization have led to the relocation of nomadic herders from traditional grasslands to urban settlements. This shift disrupts centuries-old land management practices, contributing to grassland degradation and a loss of biodiversity. The erosion of nomadic culture has far-reaching social and environmental implications. Tibet's unique ecosystems, home to a wealth of flora and fauna, are under threat. Infrastructure development, mining, and climate change have accelerated habitat destruction, endangering species found nowhere else on Earth. The plateau's warming also triggers the thawing of permafrost, leading to land subsidence and the release of methane, a potent greenhouse gas. This not only accelerates global warming but also disrupts hydrological systems and destabilizes infrastructure, with implications for both local communities and downstream regions. Tibet's environmental challenges highlight the delicate balance between development, cultural preservation, and ecological sustainability. As we explore these pressing issues, one question remains: how can the world protect this vital region while meeting the demands of a rapidly changing global landscape? Tea, the traditional drink that is a cultural symbol of Tibet, has a fascinating history connected to the legendary tea horse trade route. Brave traders traveled over rugged and dangerous paths to bring the precious god's water to the people of Tibet. Unlike the lush green tea growing areas, Tibet's harsh climate, with an average altitude above 3,000 meters, low temperatures, and little rainfall, makes growing tea nearly impossible. So the main ingredients for the famous butter tea are transported from India on a journey of nearly 4,000 kilometers. This trade route was once a vital trade path, linking Tibet with nearby countries, especially India. Along this difficult and dangerous path, brave traders faced many challenges: rough terrain, harsh weather, snowstorms, and the threat of bandits. They brought horses, yaks, and local goods to exchange for tea from India, boosting trade and cultural exchange between the regions. This tough journey made the tea horse trade route one of the most legendary trade routes in the world, similar to the famous Silk Road. It is a testament to the bravery and toughness of the Tibetan people and shows the cultural and trade links between nations. Every cup of butter tea is not just a refreshing drink but a symbol of the courageous spirit, toughness, and cultural pride of the Tibetan people. Enjoying butter tea allows visitors to dive into the story of the legendary trade route, experiencing the unique flavors of the plateau and appreciating the traditional cultural values of Tibet. What do you think about the incredible journey traders undertook on the tea horse trade route? Would you endure such challenges for a cultural treasure like Tibetan butter tea? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe and follow the channel to discover more interesting things. Have you ever heard of the term Forbidden Kingdom? This term often evokes the ancient and mystical realm of Tibet, a region historically shrouded in mystery due to its remote location and challenging geography. For centuries, Tibet remained largely isolated from the rest of the world, nestled high in the Himalayan mountains, which acted as natural barriers that deterred many would-be visitors. This seclusion allowed Tibet to develop a unique culture and identity, steeped in profound spiritual traditions. One of the most iconic symbols of Tibet's historical and cultural heritage is the Potala Palace in Lhasa. This monumental structure, perched on Marpori Hill, served as the residence of the Dalai Lama and a major center for Tibetan Buddhism. The Potala Palace is not only an architectural marvel but also a symbol of Tibet's spiritual and political history, encapsulating the essence of the Forbidden Kingdom. In the modern era, Tibet faces a host of challenges. The tension between preserving its unique cultural and religious traditions and the pressures of political control and modernization under Chinese governance is a significant issue. Internationally, there are ongoing discussions and efforts to address these challenges, with various organizations advocating for greater cultural preservation and autonomy for the Tibetan people. Known as the roof of the world, it has always fascinated travelers from everywhere. But visiting Tibet is not simple. In the past, it was completely closed to outsiders. It wasn't until the year 1980 that the doors opened to tourists. Even today, traveling to Tibet comes with many rules. Tourists can only join guided tours and can't freely explore every part of this land. Tibet holds unique cultural and spiritual values and many historical mysteries that the local leaders want to protect. It is the birthplace of Buddhism, with many old customs and places that tourists can't visit. So when visiting Tibet, you must follow the rules and listen to your tour guide. Wandering off or going into forbidden areas can lead to unexpected trouble. Respecting the local culture and laws is key to having a safe and meaningful trip. If you enjoyed today's video, please give it a like, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Your support means a lot to us. Click on the video that appears on your screen right now. I'm sure you'll love this content. Comment below about the next country you'd like to see featured on our channel. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for being with us. Leave a comment, like to show your support, and remember to hit that subscribe button for more exciting videos. See you next time.